Good morning, guys. So I have one more lesson I want to give you for this particular unit, and that is how you discover the end time for a particular situation. In this case, I'm going to give you two scenarios. First, I'm going to show you when you're given a start time and an elapsed time, how you find the end time um, without using a word story. So I'm going to show you that here first, and I'm going to show you using both strategies that I have taught you, the number line and the T-chart. But if you find that you want to use a different strategy, like using a clock, you're more than welcome to do that. So these are just tools that you need to put, that I'm giving you to put in your math bank. And if there's something that you want to use, then you can use those, okay? So when we find the end time, we're typically given a start time and an elapsed time. Reminder, elapsed time is the amount of time it takes to do something. So what I'm going to show you is calculating the end time. I want to get a little more complicated here though today, because not everything starts with a perfect time, and I'm going to show you what that means when I say that. So I'm going to give us a start time of, let's see, I'm going to say 8:47 p.m. And then I'm going to give an elapsed time of 2 hours and 33 minutes. All right, so we're given our information, and I'm going to show you why I'm saying it's not like a perfect time. So first, we're going to start by putting our start time at the beginning of our number line. We're going to use the number line first for our strategy. So I'm going to put 8:47 p.m. as our start time. Now I'm going to tackle the hours first. So if I look at 8:47, I know that I'm starting at 8. So I'm going to go forward. Okay, when we find the end time, we're adding time. So I'm going to go forward 2 hours, and that's going to have me add on 2 to the 8. So that's going to bring me to 10:47 p.m. Now I see I have 33 minutes here. Okay, so I'm going to add 33 minutes. So I'm going to put plus 33, and I see 47. Now what we've been talking about is taking our minutes, just our minutes. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to put 47, and I'm going to put 33 right here. And I'm going to do some adding, and I want you to see what's going on here. So I've got 7 plus 3 is 10. I'm going to put my 0 from the ones place and my 1 from the tens place up here. 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 1 is 8. Now, here's what I'm going to pause. There are not 80 minutes in an hour. We talked about this in one of the previous lessons. There are 60 minutes in an hour. So I cannot go and say that my end time is 1080. It's not a time, it doesn't exist. So what I need to do is I need to think about what 80 represents. 80 represents 80 minutes. So I need to break this up into how many hours that is and how many minutes that is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to subtract 60 minutes from here. Because 80 is more than 60, I know there's at least an hour there. So that means, what this means is I'm going to go to the next hour, okay? I'm at 10:47 right now. I'm going to go to that next hour after 10, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So I've got 80 minus 60, and because those are my tens, those are base numbers, I can easily say that 80 minus 60 is 20. So here's my 20, and this is minutes, okay? So I know I'm going to go to my next hour, okay? So that's going to bring me from 10 to 11, and then I have 20 minutes here. So I'm going to say that my end time is 11:20 p.m. Now there could have been another way that I did this, and I'm going to show you what that other way could have been. So I'm going to backtrack a little bit. I'm going to get rid of this part right here. I'm going to put that 10:47 back in just a moment. So I'm going to put 10:47 back here. And I know, just by looking at this, that if I add on 33 minutes, that's going to give me something that's over 60 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out how many of these minutes is going to bring me to 11 o'clock. So I'm going to do a little jump, okay? I'm not going to do my full 33 minutes. I'm going to do a little jump that's going to bring me to the following hour. It's going to bring me to 11 o'clock. So I'm going to put 11 o'clock here because that's what I want to do. I want to put 11 o'clock here. So I'm going to look at my 33 minutes, and I'm going to add on some time to my 47 until I get to 60. So I know 47 plus 3 is going to give me 50, all right? And then I'm going to add another 10 to give me 60 minutes. So that is 13 minutes that I've just added on to 10:47 to get me to 11 o'clock. So if I take away 13 of my 33 minutes, that's going to leave me with 20 minutes. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 20 minutes that's left over, and I'm going to add it to my 11 o'clock, and that's going to bring me to the same end time that we calculated before. My end time is going to be 11:20. Okay, so that's one way or two ways to use your number line for that. So now I'm going to use my T-chart. I'm going to make sure you can see this whole thing. So remember, we put our time here, and then we put our elapsed right here. All right, so I know my elapsed is equal to 2 hours and 33 minutes. This is a little bit messy on my whiteboard. Apologize, guys. So my start time is 8:47. I'm going to put that right here. 8:47 p.m. And my elapsed time is 2 hours and 33 minutes. I'm going to take my 2 hours first. I'm going to add them to 8:47. So once I add that, that's going to bring me to 10:47 p.m. And then I have 33 minutes left. So I'm going to show you the first way that I did this, okay? So I'm going to add 33 minutes. And I'm going to add that to my 47. So I'm going to bring that over here. 47 plus 33. That's going to bring me a 10, 0 in the ones place, 10, the 1 in the tens place, and that's 80. So that's going to give me 80 minutes. I'm going to, again, subtract an hour from that, and that's going to bring me to my next hour. So I know it's going to be 11, okay? And then I know that there's going to be 20 minutes left to that, so it's going to be an end time of 11:20 p.m. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I am going to erase this, and I'm going to give you a word story scenario, all right? We're going to use these same two strategies because I feel it's important to show you with both of these. I'll rewrite this. Okay, so I have a word story that I've written down, and I'm going to show you that word story, and then I'm going to bring this board back up so we can practice these two strategies to solve. So here we go. Here's our word story. It says, Ryan rode his bike for 1 hour and 10 minutes. If he started riding his bike at 9:53 a.m., what time did he stop riding his bike? So we have a start time here. We've got 9:53 a.m. is his start time. And we have our elapsed time of 1 hour and 10 minutes. So this is another situation where we need to kind of look at our minutes and decide, just kind of what our end time is. And that's kind of me giving you a hint right now. So our start time is 9:53 a.m. and our elapsed time is 1 hour and 10 minutes. All right, so let's begin. Start time is going to go over here on our number line. So I'm going to put 9:53. You know what? I'm going to put that below because I'm going to do my jumping on the top. So 9:53 a.m. Okay, and I'm going to start with my hour first. I'm going to jump 1 hour, and that's going to bring me to my next hour, which is 10:53 a.m. So 10:53 a.m., and then I'm going to jump 10 minutes. So I'm going to put plus 10 minutes, And so I'm going to take my minute. I've got 53 and I have 10. Add my ones place first. So 3 plus 0 is 3. And then my tens place, 5 plus 1 or 50 plus 1 is 60. Okay, so I'm going to pause. There are 60 minutes in an hour. So there's no such time as, if I'm looking at this, there's no such time as 1063. It's not going to work. So I am going to discover how many minutes more than an hour this is, okay? So if I know that this is 63 minutes, I know I'm automatically going to go to my next hour, okay? So it's going to be 11 something. I'm going to subtract 60 minutes, and I can easily say 63 minus 60 is 3. So I'm going to put my end time as 11:03, okay? So we do have to put a 0 in this spot right here because it's only 3 minutes. It would not be 11:03, okay? We put 11:03 as our minutes, and since this is AM, I'm going to put AM at the end. Okay, so that's the use of our number line. Now I'm going to go to our T-chart and do the same type of thing. So I have a start time of 9:53 a.m. My elapsed time is 1 hour and 10 minutes. Now I'm going to add my 1 hour. That's going to bring me to 10:53 a.m. Then I'm going to add my 10 minutes. And I know that this is going to give me 53 plus 10. That's going to be 63. Doesn't exist when it comes to time. So we are going to go to our next hour and discover how many minutes past the hour that is. And it's 3. So our end time is 11:03 a.m. So either strategy is going to work to help you get to that either end time or, in our previous lesson, your start time. So when you're doing this, use whatever strategy works for you the best. If you have any questions, just come over and ask.